Prime Focus has undertaken a broad range of regeneration initiatives. The regeneration of Willenhall, Coventry, demonstrates our commitment to building thriving, sustainable communities that reflect and fulfil the needs and wants of diverse neighbourhoods. In response to local need identified by Coventry City Council, Prime Focus was identified to become involved in the regeneration of this area. This began in 1997 and continues today.
The centre of Willenhall was dead and was dying and was virtually dead when we set off on a whole new proposal to regenerate and bring vitality back to the centre of Willenhall. And that's where the partnership arrangements first started. And Prime Focus were very much a part of that. So we took out the old precinct, we developed new shops and new facilities, including a library and a money advice centre, as part of that regeneration. And currently, in terms of partnership, we're working with Prime Focus through the Primary Care Trust and with the City Council in developing a brand new health campus here in the centre of Willenhall, which will really, regenerate again part of the whole development here.
To date, we've developed 13 low-cost homes under shared ownership, fixed equity arrangements or outright ownership, and 54 affordable rented homes. An integral part of building communities is to provide a choice of tenure. This is an effective means of building balanced, sustainable neighbourhoods where people want to live and allows people to choose the housing option that's right for them.
Initially we bought the house, we bought half of the house, and after we'd been here for nearly a year and a half, we bought the other half of the house. In that time, the value of the property went up by a third, and that's possibly as a result of the local improvements.
Neighbourhood renewal is not simply about housing. It incorporates the provision of amenities, access to education and local jobs, good shops and healthcare. At the centre of the community originally was a few run-down shops. These have been transformed into a new shopping complex comprising of a library, money advice centre and 9 commercial properties. They're owned and managed by Prime Focus and situated at the heart of both new schemes and the community.
I've lived here since 1955 and it was new then, it was still building, but it gradually went downhill, but now in the last few years, about 5 years, they're doing the best to make it nice again. We're hoping for a new medical centre soon, and there's an old people's home being built. The library is very helpful. I'm on the internet now to a friend in Australia, and so at the age of 78 I'm learning to do a bit more, and if people look after it, that's the main thing. It should be very nice.
At Remembrance House, we've replaced the outdated residential home with a new building, constructed to the highest standards using modern technologies. In a factory environment, we've built volumetric units which in pairs form flats, and these have been craned into position alongside the core of the new building, which will provide communal and management facilities. The flats came to site complete with fully fitted kitchens and bathrooms, requiring only the connection of services and the completion of corridors. They provide high-quality accommodation with excellent thermal and sound insulation. The exterior of the building was later clad in facing brickwork to provide a traditional appearance for this innovative sheltered housing scheme.
Well, I'm really looking forward to moving over to my own flat, and it means then I will have a lot more freedom. I can come and go as I like. Plus, the big bonus is I shall have my own key.
A scheme currently on site in Stretton Avenue is due for completion later this year and will provide 29 homes for rent. 8 of these will be 4-bed properties for larger families, and there will also be 2 bungalows specifically designed for people with disabilities. I think our work in Willenhall, Coventry is an excellent example of social investment in action.
Nothing worth having comes quickly, and we have been working here in partnership with Coventry City Council, the community, the Primary Care Trust for over 7 years. This is the largest single neighbourhood renewal project we have been involved in. And behind me is the Willenhall Library, which was the first major community facility we provided as part of this project. We've provided residential accommodation for all parts of the community in Willenhall, notably the accommodation for older people at Poppy Court, which you can see here. The Willenhall Health Centre is the last piece of the jigsaw, and when it is completed in early 2004, all the community facilities will be finished and the neighbourhood centre will have been comprehensively renewed between us and our partners. Prime Focus is extremely proud to be associated with such an effective long-term renewal project in Coventry.
Well, in Willenhall I would say that the library is the best place because not only for reading, I get various kinds of information from out here.
I lived here for 8 years and I used to live in the precinct before when it was the flats, and there's a lot more better improvement now than it used to be.
The development has made a big difference to the area.
It looks hopeful.